This call is now being recorded.
Yes, good morning all. So we have started with the branch of geology called mineralogy. So just I'll revise what is a mineral. So mineral is a naturally occurring inorganic substance which has a definite atomic structure and a definite chemical composition. So all these minerals what we see, they all are naturally occurring, and each mineral will have its own atomic structure and chemical composition. So in previous class, we had discussed the properties like color and streak. Okay, so these both are the light dependent properties. So color is what? When the light falls on the mineral, it absorbs certain radiations and it emits the one which we see as the color of that particular mineral. Suppose if a mineral is looking purple in color, that means what is it is emitting purple radiation. If it is looking red, it is emitting red radiations from the white light. So if it absorbs all the radiation, there is no reflection, then the mineral becomes dark, it looks black. And if it is white or transparent, then it reflects everything, there is no absorption. So that is the phenomena behind the color. Then the next property which we saw is streak. So streak is what? The color of the mineral powder. So we use the streak plate for finding out the uh, streak of the mineral, like here I have shown you in the last class. Okay, so streak is what? The color of the mineral powder. Okay, when we rub the mineral on the streak plate, this is a porcelain plate on which we rub the mineral and we check the color of that powder. So color of the mineral powder is called as the streak. Okay, so various minerals, they show different streak. So the body color and the color of the streak may be same or it may be different. So these two are very diagnostic properties which are important for basic identification of a mineral. Then we'll see one more property today, that is the luster. So luster of a mineral is what? It is the appearance of its surface in reflected light. Means what? When you see a mineral, okay, the surface of that mineral, how it looks in the reflected light, that is called as the luster. So luster of a mineral is what? It is the appearance of its surface in reflected light. So a mineral surface, how it looks in the reflected light, that is called as the luster. So this luster is the quality and intensity of light that is reflected from the mineral's surface. So when the light falls on the mineral, what happens? Some quality and intensity of light is reflected from that mineral surface, and that we call it as a luster of that particular mineral. So this depends upon Ri. Ri stands for refractive index of the mineral. So absorption capacity and nature of the surface. How is the surface? Whether it is rough or it is smooth. Okay, so it depends on that. Then there are two types of luster. One is metallic luster and other one is non-metallic luster. So I'll show you photographs so that you will understand it in a better way. So examples of metallic luster. So what is mean by metallic? First I'll tell you. Can you see in the image now? All the minerals, they look like or they shine like a metal. So it is called as metallic. Metallic means what? The mineral surface. What we are observing here, which property we are observing? Luster means how the mineral surface looks in reflected light. So here, if you see the surface of all these minerals, they shine like a metal. They look like a metal. So it is called as metallic luster. So examples are all the metallic minerals maximum, like we have pyrite, we have galena, we have iron ores, okay. All these copper ore, all these are showing the surface, okay, which looks like a metal. So it is called as metallic luster. So I hope you have understood what is meant by metallic. So metallic means what? When the mineral surface looks like metal or it shines like a metal, then we call it as a metallic luster. So this is a distinctive property of a mineral, and the metallic luster is exhibited by the minerals which are of high density and they have high refractive index, and usually these minerals are opaque. Opaque means they are not transparent. Okay, so such minerals, they show metallic luster. With example you have to write, that is the example for this is galena, pyrite, chalcopyrite. This is a pyrite. Okay, this is copper ore, this is iron ore. Okay, so all these are also iron ores. So all these are the examples for metallic luster. Then we'll move on to non-metallic luster. So what is mean by non-metallic? So in non-metallic, we have a variety of lusters. There is a range of lusters based on how the mineral surface looks. Okay, so in non-metallic luster, the reflection may vary from very brilliant, okay, very brilliant shine as that of a diamond, okay, or to a feebly greasy luster as that of opal or chrysocolla. Okay, so it is in the range. Okay, it is not a constant. Okay, it will not look similar all the lusters. So there are varieties of luster under non-metallic. So they vary in the range from very brilliant to very dull. Okay, so very brilliant is like diamond. Okay, you all have seen how diamond shines. It has a very brilliant shine. Okay, so that luster of a diamond is called as adamantine luster. That is a type of luster. Okay, here at the bottom I have written adamantine. Adamantine means what? A very brilliant luster which looks like a diamond. Okay, so it is brilliant luster which is shown by minerals which have high refractive index. So the minerals which have high refractive index, they show the adamantine luster. So example is diamond. Then we have all the gem minerals, like we have zircon, ruby. Okay, all they shine like a diamond. They are very brilliant. So that luster is called as the adamantine luster. Okay. So usually all these minerals which have very brilliant luster, they are used as gemstones. Okay. Then we'll move on to next. Okay, next type of non-metallic luster is vitreous luster. So vitreous, here the word stands for, it looks like broken glass. Okay, when the mineral, when you see the surface of the mineral, it looks like a broken glass. Then it is called as, or it shines like a broken glass. Then it is called as vitreous luster. So here vitreous stands for what? Broken glass like. So example is silicate minerals like quartz, feldspar. Then we have carbonate minerals like calcite, and they also have relatively low refractive index. So they shine, but the shine is comparatively less than the adamantine. So vitreous luster is what? The luster shown by the broken glass. Example is given here in the image. You can see these minerals, these both the minerals, they are variety of quartz. Okay, so these are the surface, if you observe, they look like or they shine like a glass, broken glass. Okay, so that is called as the vitreous luster. Okay, then we'll move on to the next, that is resinous luster. Resinous means resin like. Okay, resin means like amber or gum. Okay, which comes out from the trees. Okay, you might have seen. So that is also a best preservative of fossil. You can see this is a amber, and in that amber whole spider has been preserved or insects are preserved. So they are very costly. They have a very high value. Okay, amber. Okay, so the resinous means they look like resins. Okay, so the surface, the shine, if you see, they look like resin. So the luster shown by resins, that is called as the resinous luster. So example is this opal and amber. Then the next is silky luster. Silky means what? Silk like fibers. Okay, so if it is silk like, thread like, okay, then it is called as silky luster. So there are minerals which look like, the mineral surface look like silky. Okay, silk like threads you can see on the mineral surface. So such minerals are called as having silky luster. So this silky luster is because of the reflection from fibrous structure of the minerals. So example is gypsum and asbestos. So here the gypsum is shown in the first image, okay, which you can see the lines, fine lines on it. So they look like silk fibers, okay, silk threads. And this is the asbestos. So asbestos is one of the mineral which is fireproof material, which we use as fireproof material. You might have heard asbestos sheets. Okay, they are used in refrigerators, ACs. Okay, so that is a fireproof material. So this asbestos is a fibrous in nature. Okay, and it has a silky luster. Silky means silk-like threads you can see. So the surface we are observing. Luster means what? We are observing the mineral surface, how it looks in reflected light. So when the light falls on it, it looks like what? Silk-like threads. So it has silky luster. So example is gypsum and asbestos. Then we'll move on to the next type of luster, that is pearly. Pearly means pearl-like. Pearl, you all have seen pearls, right? Moti. So if the mineral surface looks like pearl or shines like a pearl, then it is called as pearly luster. So this luster is due to the reflection from successive layers. Usually when the minerals are in layers, okay, such minerals they show pearly luster. Or some minerals they have cleavages, like they break along a definite plane. So if the mineral is breaking or it has layers, such minerals they show pearly luster. So all these again we are going to discuss what is mean by cleavage and all. Okay, so here pearly means what? You just remember that it looks like a pearl. So example is the talc. Talc is again a very soft mineral whose hardness is 1. Okay, and it is used in cosmetic industries. It is a raw material for your talcum powder. Okay, the powder which we use to apply on our face, right? So that is a raw material. The talc is the mineral, that is this one. Okay, so this mineral, it the surface of that mineral looks like pearl, so it is called as pearly luster. Then we have muscovite is one more example, whose surface if you observe, right, you can see it is layered. Okay, this is a muscovite mica. In local language we call it as abrak. Okay, you might have heard. So there are two types of micas, muscovite and biotite. So this one is muscovite, which is a transparent variety, and biotite will be brown or dark in color. Okay, so here the muscovite, that is white in color. Okay, it looks like pearl. It shines like a pearl. The surface looks like pearl. So it is called as pearly luster. So when the mineral looks like pearl, it is called as pearly luster. Example is talc and muscovite. Next, we have one more type of luster called dull or very dull. Okay, dull means it is not shining. There is no shine at all from the surface. It looks very dull, like you have seen the chalk piece, right? So kaolinite is a clay mineral. Okay, it is very dull. There is no reflection. There is no shine from the surface. So such luster is called as the dull luster. Example is kaolinite. Then we have one more called earthy. Earthy means the luster of a surface from which there is little or no reflection. There is no reflection or very little reflection, and this is due to the porous or fine grained nature of the minerals. So example is goethite, or it is a iron ore, that is limonite. Okay, so it looks like earthy, muddy type. Okay, earthy, earth like. So there is no shine from the surface, then it is called as the earthy luster. It looks like it looks very there is no reflection from the surface. So such minerals are called as showing the earthy luster. Example is limonite or goethite. Then one more interesting is waxy. Okay, waxy. So when the mineral surface looks like wax. Okay, wax is your yeah, you all have seen candle, right? So candle is made of wax. So the surface, if you observe in all these minerals, okay, so they shine or they look like a wax. Okay, wax like surface it looks. So when you hold the mineral in hand, okay, so there you can see clearly it looks like wax. So wax like, so it is called as waxy luster. Example is serpentine, as well as we have chalcedony. Okay, so this is a mineral which is carved. Okay, after carving, because of its original luster, okay, it looks like wax. So these minerals have uh, are used as a gemstone, as well as they do the carving, and the cost will be increased. So they sell it for higher rates. Okay, so wax like, if the mineral looks like, then it is called as the waxy luster. Okay, so these are all the types of lusters. Okay, so what we learned till now is the types of luster. So what is luster? Luster is the appearance of mineral surface in reflected light. So that is called as the luster. Okay, so this depends upon what? The refractive index of the mineral, okay, absorption capacity, and the nature of the surface of the mineral. So there are mainly two types of lusters. One is metallic and other one is non-metallic luster. So metallic luster, it looks like metal. So it is an indicative of a metal. So it is exhibited by the minerals which have high density, high refractive index, and usually they are opaque, or they are not transparent. They are opaque minerals. Such minerals, they show the metallic luster, like we have galena, pyrite, chalcopyrite. All these metallic minerals, they show metallic luster. The surface looks like metal. Then under non-metallic, we have different types. It is ranging from very brilliant luster, that of adamantine, that is of diamond, to a very dull luster, that is of kaolinite. Okay, so we have seen different lusters like adamantine, vitreous, glass-like, okay, broken glass-like, resinous, resin-like, greasy, grease-like, oily, oily, very oily, glass-like, okay, grease-like. Then we have seen pearly luster, silky, okay, then waxy. So all these are the types of non-metallic luster. Then we'll move on to one more property, which is again a very light dependent property, that is called as the diaffinity of the minerals. So diaffinity means what? So diaffinity is the degree of transparency, or you can define it in a way that the diaffinity is the amount of light which is transmitted or absorbed by the mineral. So here in the image, you can see there are different minerals which are having different diaffinity or different degree of transparency. Okay, so what is the diaffinity? Diaffinity is the amount of light which is transmitted or absorbed by the mineral. So it is used strictly, it is a hand specimen property, okay, which we study by taking the mineral in hand. Okay, so most of the minerals, they are opaque in hand specimen, they become transparent when you take a thin section. So there should not be any confusion like which is transparent, which is not transparent. Okay, so that is why it is strictly a hand specimen property, which you have to take the mineral in hand and study. Okay. So here there are three types of diaffinities. Okay, one is transparent, translucent, and opaque. So these are the three types of diaffinity. So we'll see one by one what is mean by transparent, translucent, and opaque. Okay, so transparent here stands for, you can see the knife is clearly seen by the thin layer below that mineral, that is a mica. Okay, so it is clearly seen here. Okay, so that is a transparent. So transparent means the object behind the mineral can be seen very easily and distinctly. Why? Because the light is also passing through the mineral. Okay, so such minerals wherein the light can pass through the mineral easily and you can see the object behind the mineral very clearly, that is called as the transparent mineral. So example is your mica, okay, muscovite mica, or we have rock crystal, which is a quartz variety. We have there are many minerals like calcite varieties and all, they are transparent in nature. Okay, so so if the specimen is very thick, they may become translucent. If it is thin, then it will be transparent. So whatever specimen you are taking for the study, okay, that how it is looking at that point, that you have to explain here, that is diaffinity, whether the amount of light is getting transmitted or it is getting absorbed. So that is seen under diaffinity. So I hope you have understood what is transparent. So transparent means the light can pass through the mineral and the object behind it can be seen clearly. That is called as transparent. Then we'll move on to translucent. So translucent is what? You can see the object behind. The light can pass through the mineral, but the object is not seen clearly. Then it is called as translucent. When the light can pass, but you cannot see the object on the other side, that is called as the translucent. So there are many examples like we have feldspar,
okay, which is translucent. Okay, then last type, you might have understood now what is mean by opaque. Opaque is what? There is no light is transmitted even through the thin edges or thin layers of the mineral, and there is no object seen behind the mineral. So all these metallic minerals and some non-metallic minerals, they are opaque in nature. So opaque is what? It is not transmitting the light. When the mineral or when the light is not transmitted through the mineral, then it becomes the opaque mineral. So you can see here the diaphanity, right? The first image, okay, this is clearly transparent. You can, the light can pass through it very easily, and the object behind it is also seen very clearly, so that is called as transparent. Then here in the next image you can see the light can pass through the mineral, but you cannot see the object behind clearly. That is called as translucent. Few more examples. Okay, you can guess here now. This is translucent, this is again translucent. Light is passing through the edges also, but you cannot see the object behind it. Then this one, that is smoky quartz, that is smoke black in color, smoky black in color, so that is a smoky quartz. So this is opaque in nature. Okay, the light is not passing because it is dark. Okay, then here this is a crystal, again rock crystal, which is variety of quartz, the last image. Okay, that is transparent. Okay, then this is a pyrite, which is a fool's gold, iron ore mineral. Okay, that is iron pyrite, FeS. Okay, so this center one, which looks like metal, which is having a metallic luster, so this mineral is having what? The diaphanity as opaque, because the light is not passing, it is very thick. Okay, so it is, the light is not passing, it has opaque diaphanity. Then one more example, that is feldspar. In this corner, the pink color mineral. Okay, so this one is having again the opaque, okay, or opaque diaphanity. So this is all about the diaphanity of the mineral. So what we saw today is the luster and diaphanity. Luster is what? Luster is the uh, how the mineral surface looks in reflected light, and diaphanity is what? The transparency of the mineral or degree of transparency of the mineral. So here there are three types: transparent, translucent, and opaque. So these four properties, the first four properties, that is color, streak, luster, and diaphanity, these are all the light dependent properties. So there are few more properties like hardness, specific gravity, cleavage, fracture. All these we will see in the next class. Thank you.